The single quote 90s was a very memorable decade for kids who enjoyed television. Going back in time, here's a list of some popular TV shows of that decade. Enjoy! Tom and Jerry, Charlie Chaplin, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. No matter how many times I sit and watch those reruns, I simply don't get tired of them. No offense to present-day cartoons, but and I'm sure there are many others as well, am of the firm opinion that nothing beats the TV shows from the 90s. Honestly, they were a cut above the rest in all aspects: characters, storyline, appeal, and enjoyment. On that note, let us take a small trip down the memory lane and revisit some of those wonderful shows that we still cherish. Now, before I move ahead, here's a writer's disclaimer. The tag of the best shows in this case is strictly personal. It is but natural that everyone would have their own personal favorite choices, so if you find that your favorite show has not been mentioned in this article, please do not get disappointed. Because as I said, this is just a personal listing, not a universal ranking. Well, now that the disclaimer is done with, let's begin. Mr. Bean. During its weekly half-hour telecast, the inimitable Mr. Bean, played by Rowan Atkinson, nearly created a laugh riot in my living room, and I'm sure in many others as well. His amazing antics, astounding plans, signature facial expressions, coupled with interesting plots, made this television show a hugely popular one, and among people of all ages. Although the show originally ran from 1990 to 1995, its unparalleled popularity has seen endless reruns being aired over the years, till date. Full House. More of a family-oriented show with a nice feel of warmth about it, Full House was on air from 1987 to 1995. The main characters were Danny Tanner, played by Bob Saget, Jesse Katsopolis, John Stamos, Joey Gladstone, Dave Coulier, Rebecca Donaldson Katsopolis, Lori Loughlin, DJ Tanner, Candace Cameron, Stephanie Tanner, Jodie Sweetin, and Michelle Tanner, played on an alternate basis by the Olsen twins, Mary-Kate and Ashley. The show was aired for 6 seasons until it was taken off air in mid-1995. However, reruns continued to be aired for a number of years and in all parts of the world, thanks to which, the show's popularity grew even further and across many generations. Kenan and Kel. To be honest, I was introduced to this show thanks to my sister, and it instantly got me hooked. The silly stunts, the outrageous plans, the ever-so-common goof-ups, the orange soda, Kenan and Kel was a 30-minute delight. The show was originally aired on Nickelodeon from 1996 to 2000. And what happened after that, you may ask? Well, nothing different from what happened to the other shows. All of them were equally enjoyable as the original airing, mind you. Small wonder now I know this show originally began in the late single quote 80s and ended around mid-1989, but nevertheless, I have decided to include it in my list. In case you want to know why, the answer is pretty simple. It was aired in my country in the single quote 90s. The show ran for 4 seasons, during which Ted, Joan and Jamie Lawson, the main characters, had many an eventful experience involving Vicky the robot, and the process of keeping her identity a secret. Just a mere mention of this show is enough to bring back a flood of memories, and an instant smile. Cartoons. You didn't think I would forget to mention all those funny cartoon characters, did you? No, of course I wouldn't. Here are a few more shows that I really loved, and I still very much do. Johnny Bravo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, DuckTales, Scooby-Doo, Dexter's Laboratory, Hey Arnold, The Adventures of Tintin. Just can't get enough of this. Top Cat, The Flintstones, Captain Planet, Richie Rich, G.I. Joe, Dick Dastardly and Muttley, Batman and Robin, The Perils of Penelope, Pitstop, and many, many more. Well, to be honest, I'm not quite done with my list. But nevertheless, I've decided to end this article here itself. You wanna know why? Once again, one simple reason. In a minute's time, it's gonna be Tom and Jerry Hour on Cartoon Network, and I ain't gonna miss it for anything in the world.